Hello everyone, welcome to Pauline's place. I'm out here in my rather average garden, but I'm enjoying the sunshine, and I've been looking at a book that I didn't know I had. But thinking back, I remember the person who gave it to Stan and I want to share some of it with you. But first, this is not for everyone. It's for people who maybe are my age or older, and it's about living in a retirement village. Do you know the most booming industry in New Zealand, particularly in Auckland and other cities, is the building of retirement villages? Not just for people who are very old, who can't look after themselves, but very independent older people who decide to live in a village. Now, it's an essential thing now in our society, but there's not always good news about them and not always good things. This woman gave us a gift about her life in a retirement village. And so many things apply to just the human spirit. Living where it's not your first choice, maybe it's your second choice or your inevitable choice. Do you live where you want to live, or do you live in a situation that you didn't choose? I think so many in the world are like that. They're living where they didn't choose and in a situation which they wish was better. But we still have to live, and live with dignity and to live with a purpose. That's just the way it is as long as you have breath. Well, Slivia wrote many poems to express her feelings, and this one's called Two Left Feet. Here it is. How many people do you know with two left feet? Put me on a dance floor, I would shrivel up with shame. When others are in the sunshine, I'm in the rain. At the supermarket, I'm very small, and the things on the top shelf, I cannot reach at all. I hurry to the races, put my money on a horse. Where did it come in? Last, of course. They asked me out to dinner. I went home looking thinner. The food they cooked was never meant for me. I'm a diabetic, you see. So I'd better stay at home with my ear glued to the phone. Eating popcorn and watching TV, but who in the world would phone me? She lives alone, like so many people. I've shown you a picture of a New Zealand farm because Slivia came from a farm to her retirement village, and she thought about that farm a lot. And I think that's for many people. We look at the residents in the village, and some of them are our friends, but when we don't know them, we often think maybe they just stepped from a house to that, but they came from great independent living. I want you to think about this. How I wish I was back on the farm with the cows and some sheep and the old red barn. My little dog Fred asleep by the fire, the chooks in the yard and the old barbed wire. We got up at dawn and we worked all day, had lunch with the farm hands, mowing the hay. On a cold winter's night, with the chill in our bones, we would sit by the fire, eating hot buttered scones. Scones, I guess I should say to rhyme. I would cook a roast dinner in the old wooden range. We visited friends when we needed a change. I have brought you some mushrooms, said old Mrs. Street. We gave her some eggs, just for a treat. We traded our apples for slices of ham. They gave us fruit and we made them jam. We gave the milk, they churned us butter. Not one unkind word did we mutter. Now in my unit, I sit and dream. I long for the pastures, so lush and green. But to stay on the farm was not meant to be. So I'll settle for peace and security. Now I know in my heart, wherever I roam, this retirement village is my home. What an adjustment she made, just so that she could live with meaning, not keep looking back. We're all going to make adjustments with where we live, maybe even with whom we live. But really, it's how we live. My dear friends, wherever you are back there, whatever your living situation, it can be better than you imagine and better than it used to be. I thank God for Slivia. A long time ago she died, but she's left me a gift and I want to share it with you. See you tomorrow.